to. Their heads on my mantle.
Are they really?
Tipster paid for my Jaws pinball machine.
Okay, interesting. I'll tell you. Do you want to make some predictions? Some like side bets here on H3 stuff.
Yes.
What on pets?
No. It's like a pet. A pet. It's a reference to the fucking Omni vet. Never mind. You go.
Okay. What are some good bets? Chat, help us out. Some good H3
Oh, I got
bets.
one. I got one.
Okay.
So
all
I was
right,
on
let's go.
Robinhood, and they were giving me this opportunity to bet on if case. Never. I'm kidding.
You're only fucking yourself over there. I want you to know that, okay? When you're like, why are these guys saying this about me? It's because you did.
Dude, they literally made up that Robinhood was hosting Casey Tron's suicide bets. That's fucking hilarious.
Sorry, that wasn't a very good Italian accent. Why are they saying
that was
about
just English.
me?
You just said it normally.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to do a Nicholas DeOrio Italian accent.
Who settles first is a good bet. Who do you think?
Casey Tron.
I think if Sean gets in, his lawsuit ends the first because I don't think he's actually going to get sued. Casey Tron settling first because you think it's too bad optics if she's crying?
No, I think Casey Tron will settle first because she's the most self-serving of the three and probably the most brutal and the most smartest.
You think she's going to... Oh, so you don't think that she's going to like... You think she's going to do this to get out of it and burn everybody else in the process?
Yeah, she's gonna be like, all right, well, I'm done with all that communist shit. Fuck that noise. Holy fucking
Ethan
shit.
did some really funny psychological warfare by putting them all against each other here to the point where like Denham's fired up the GoFundMe first.
That was very funny. I will say also, you should know.
In some ways, they claim that he kind of parted the Red Sea if Red was tanky.
Well, now they all are competing against each other. But I would say, look, things to know. Number one, the lawsuits cannot be combined. No matter what, it's a unethical thing. It not only can it not be happen, even if all three defendants wanted it to happen, it just legally can't happen because it's in a different state for some of these things. So this will be 3 separate lawsuits by 3 separate attorneys defending them. Now, if I was Casey Tron, or Frogan, honestly, because really one of them, you know what it is? One of them is going to get that quick settlement in. Whoever's first. I genuinely, I probably believe that whoever is like, listen, I think Casey Tron probably has the strongest case for this because she can just be like, listen, Ethan, I'm new to this shit. You see that all of my Palestine-Israel content, that shit started like 6 months ago. I was just trying to grift off of these dumb socialist retards. I took it too far. I'm sorry. You can have all of my GoFundMe money. And I promise that I will do this, that, and the other thing. And I think Ethan will say, fine, fuck it, send it over. And that will be enough. I think that Casey Tron is smart enough to probably do that. And I think Ethan would probably accept it. Frogan might be in a position where she can't do that because I think that like her whole life is built around being a Hassan dick rider.
I think you're fucking totally wrong about this. Ooh. I think if Frogan comes out and goes, "I'm sorry, Ethan Klein," and gives a heartfelt apology,
that's Hassan's moderator, bro.
No.
Her life is built on that.
No. I think the snark people are like, well, she had to do it. She obviously didn't mean it, but she had to go and do that. So it's okay, and they're not going to hold it against her. I don't think she loses anything by doing it. I think all of them are going to treat this like nothing actually even happened.
You're delusional because I guarantee you that, as it should, any settlement that happens will have a complete non-disparagement clause built into it. So that means that whoever these people are will never talk about Ethan Klein again.
Okay, but that's not
the only
cool.
The only person.
Not cool. I don't like fucking non-disparagement agreements about YouTubers. We make content on each other. That's gay.
That's standard shit, bro. If you want me not to sue you,
but that's why I don't like this shit, dude.
Well, I'm sorry.
So I can't talk about anything that Ethan Klein ever does again if he sued me and I'm trying to get out of this situation. After you censorship.
Yeah, after you stole his video while saying that you wanted to keep people from giving us money.
Not specifically
sorry, Nicholas. Sorry, Nicholas. Normalize. You're an enemy. No, he didn't. He said he didn't want the video. He just said that they knew that they would. That's it. You didn't. You listened to it. You know exactly what.
Yeah, that's what he said legally. But you know he wanted them to do that to fall in the trap.
I don't think so.
If it was an easier way to go about it, he would have sued them for defamation.
I think he definitely would have preferred to have an extra 100,000 live concurrent views, which would have boosted the fuck out of his video in the algo. So I disagree.
No, I think he wants to destroy these people too. And I understand why.
That's just like your opinion, man. That's your opinion. But also, even if you're right, Normalize destroying people who are trying to destroy you. Normalize fighting back.
But you're doing the team sports thing. That's the part I don't like.
It's not team sports. If you're punching me in the face, I'm
you're
going to punch you in the fuck back.
The people. Normalize the people like that are trying. It's very like team sports.
I didn't say normalize normalize punching someone back if they punch you.
Sure.
That's it. Yes?
Sure, but there has to be a limit to how hard. I think.
Okay. So
you
I
lose
have
me
you
at
on the
non-disparagement, can never talk about me again. If it's can never talk about this again or something, or can never fucking go back on the, but never talk about Ethan Klein or be critical of him in any capacity ever again is too far. Are you still here?
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Oh, you pulled the mic out again?
Yeah, sorry. If you prefer, we can do 150K plus attorney fees in court.
I mean, I think that would be I think that would be better.
That's your right.
I think making them poverty, like literally putting them into poverty, would be better than making them so they can never. Well,
here's the thing. That is their choice to take.
Sure.
Is what I would say.
100%. And if they do that, that's on them. But I think
that is on them. But that is on them.
I think that if Ethan's looking to make sure they never talk about him again and using it that way,
I don't think he gives a fuck if they talk about him again.
And I don't even think that's what he's doing. Like,
it's not.
I didn't even
conceive I'm just saying
of a non-disparagement agreement until you said it.
No, but I'm not saying that he is going for that. I'm just saying what is normal in a settlement, NDA, non-disparagement agreement.
Yeah, but dude,
non-disclosure
this is the whole
agreement.
Fucking problem. If all these YouTube people start fucking doing lawsuits and sign non-disclosure agreements,
I'm not
destroy
making
the entire YouTube drama ecosystem that's fundamentally built off of me responding to you, you responding to me, back and forth. It completely blows up the entire community.
Well, as I said, good thing you have Ethan Klein, your hero, that is doing this, and not me. Okay, because if it was me, then you should be concerned.
And again, we're talking purely in hypotheticals right now, because there are people who are taking this weight. That is never going to happen. It's like, well, that was the prompt that I was given.
Yeah, I don't. Like, to be clear, so everyone knows, none of this is going to happen at all. There will be no precedent.
This thing is going to be settled, but
there's nothing that's happening
here. Non-disclosure agreement for all future
we're
conversations.
We're talking completely here in what could be situation. The reality of this situation is very simple. The three of these people are completely fucked.
I think that's true.
Completely fucked. And there's not going to be any precedent that's going to be set from this, because it's just like these motherfuckers were in front of the Avengers premiere, like selling bootleg copies saying, don't give money to Disney. Here you go. Like that. There's no precedent to be set. It's just they're fucking retarded. So there won't be any precedent set. Probably most of them will try to settle, and it'll be very funny because all the GoFundMe money is going to go directly to Ethan, as I said it would, which is why make sure that we continue to get people to donate to their campaign, because they're still, even as I say this, and I tell you guys this, and this will get clipped, and they're not going to know. This is why it's like interdimensional chess. I don't make them sound smart because it's impossible to know. When we say encourage them to donate to the GoFundMe, we really win either way, to be completely honest with you. Either they have unfunded GoFundMes, which makes them look like sad fucks and they can't defend themselves, and it's like not good. Like, oh wow, the whole socialist community could only raise 30K for these people. It's either that and you win, or the other way that you win is they donate a fuck ton of money, all campaigns get funded completely, and all of that money goes to Ethan Klein. Like, it is literally a win-win across the board. Personally, I would rather that they have, they raise more money. I think that would be way better, personally.
Someone, I responded with chatter. They said, but doesn't that already happen? Bigger YouTubers crush and scare smaller YouTubers into silence. I think that there are above board ways that are fair to do that. I think that if you're a large YouTuber and somebody calls you out and you shit on them in response and your video is good and you're doing it above board, I think that is I think that's a unfortunate or fortunate, depending on what your position on that is, way of accomplishing that goal. I think that threatening to bankrupt somebody and uproot their entire life over something like that, if not, I think you need a very specific set of things to happen where I would think that that's okay. You know what I mean?
These people,
I don't think that
these
Norm
people
should be going to threaten.
No, it shouldn't. So, this is a very specific case.
Anybody here specifically, if every YouTube drama was settled with court threat,
no, that'd be retarded.
Concern
obviously,
notice, settlement, neither party can ever talk to each other ever again. This community would grind to a halt. It would end in a week.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, but I don't think we're going there.
Proven that this would be an effective strategy, that's it. It's over.
I don't think it's over, but yeah, I agree with you. And people in chat are saying like,
"Oh, well, if they don't call CPS, they don't get sued." Yeah, that's precisely my point, though. Yeah, like, I think that is a fundamental. But actually, it might not be, because again, he did this Library of Congress shit before CPS even happened. So then that's a. I didn't even realize that when I was covering it the first time. This was set in stone way before it escalated that far.
When were the skulls?
It was after CPS.
When was CPS?
After they called out iDubbbz, which was much after that. It was way after the content nuke. We're talking about over a month after the content nuke.
Yep.
So I didn't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been like 6 months. Well, honestly, I feel like it's been since like October, November.
A lot of stuff has happened. We've been covering this story. Like I said, like,
this is a story that keeps on giving. Honestly, you know, as a fellow commentary YouTuber, this has been great. Honestly.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, I'm having a great time. I love covering this. This is very funny. A lot of the people I hate are finally getting like their just desserts. But I also don't want it to be the last time that we ever cover YouTube drama ever. So that,
I don't think that
a future for fucking YouTubers.
I definitely don't think that that's going to be like a world that's happening. I mean, the thing, like you're totally imagining like the absolute worst case scenario of what could possibly happen here.
But I think I also represent a large percentage of the commentary audience who's worried about, well, not audience, the commentary YouTubers who are worried about this. And it could be unjustified, sure, 100%. But that's the way that
you're the only one.
Thinks about
you're the only big one that mattered. Like who else is like live stream YouTube commentary like this, like drama YouTuber?
Everyone quit. It's just me. It's me.
Yeah. So you're.
I take the night. Everyone quit.
Yeah. So, but you have.
And I'm for the most part on board, so it's not really. But like.
Okay, so you're just like me.
I'm going through reservations. I have for sure.
Okay. I think we're aligned. For the most part.
We're aligned, but I think that we're
definitely aligned. We're on a parallel course.
Positions more. I understand your position.
Oh, you're scared. You're scared to say it. Tell me where we differ. All you say is I'm worried. You know what? Actually, I'm worried. I'm worried too.
I don't want to spoil a new TV show.
I'm worried too. I'm worried too. Actually, boom.
I think that I am 456, and you're the front man. And when you guys watch that show, you will understand what I'm talking about, because I got spoiled on Twitter today.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I think that you are the front man, and I am 456.
Who the fuck is 456?
My new Fortnite skin. Use code DeOrio in the item shop. Let's fucking go! Sorry. It was a Squid Game reference.
How did they make a second season of that?
The third season came out yesterday.
I can't be fucked to watch this. Like how?
The second season and third season are one big season that they split in half and called it 2 seasons. It's just like, honestly, it's better that you didn't watch it yet. Watch it back to back. I haven't seen the third season, just to be clear, so there's not really much for me to spoil. I just got spoiled on Twitter of like one plot point.
Why? Someone says Dan has a cat in a box vibe, and I can't be mad about it.
What is actually cat in a box vibe?
I don't know, but they said it, and you know what?
Is that like when they have kittens and they have like box of kittens?
I don't know. Scroll up in your chat. It's Dan has a cat in a box vibe. I'll take it.
Is that like Flamenco? He's like dog in a cup, so you're cat in a box. What do you think of Flamenco? Do you think he's dead?
Hard to say.
He hasn't tweeted in a month, so I just assumed he died. How would you feel if he died?
Nothing.
Me neither, but I was just wondering. Do you know who Flamenco is?
No.
You don't know Flamenco? You've never seen like his debates with Death?
I was Googling it, and did you know that flamenco is a Spanish art form originating in Andalusia, known for its passionate expression and intricate rhythms?
Flamenco was Ethan Ralph's former co-host who sold him out when Zoom threatened to dox him, and then he became the biggest Ethan Ralph A-log until the day that he fucked up and leaked his email, and then people found out a ton of shit about him during Ethan Ralph's Killstream Kingpin Invitational.
You know, I was there for the start of all that stuff. You know, like that's how long
I
I've been
was
doing.
there
Like
for a while too. Yeah.
yeah, but I was there I was there when the sacred books were first
I
written.
was there when
Andy
Andy Worski
Worski.
didn't show up to the
Yeah,
Tonka fight. Yeah.
yeah, I was there too. I was there. Yeah.
It was awful.
Do you remember when the
I was a
Tonka
total
saw
retard back then.
Mercedes was a different
A
car than
Mercedes or a Benz. Well, yeah, but you were from that side of it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. What side were you from?
Well, you were on like the
Were you on the
Destiny
Nazi?
side of it.
Yeah, I was on the not Nazi side. I'm sorry. What
No,
side were you on again?
My first two videos on YouTube after the Nerd City one were making a video on Andy Worski and making a video on Ethan Ralph. And you know who commented on it?
No.
I got a nice compliment on my Ethan Ralph video from none other than Hassan Piker in 2019.
You know that I did a D&D series with Hassan Piker?
Do you know I did a D&D with Ethan Ralph once with Ethan Ralph, Bibble, and Nick Ricada and Flamenco. It was the weirdest stream of my life. I would never do that again.